All right, we are live on the internet.
The triumphant return of whole horsepower. And of course, we can't forget about the strength of the gun truck.
Behold, the what is it? What's the Star Wars line? The immense power of the fully functional Death Star or something like that.
I don't know that line. I thought you were gonna do the Thor Ragnarok quote of "Behold my
My
stuff."
stuff. So Logan,
Whoa!
Playway has released some DLC for Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. It is
What happens
the.
if I click it?
I don't know if those buttons are active. I think that's just a billboard. Like, hey, don't you want to build some of these cool things?
Hey, don't you want to build a car?
Speaking of cars, I'm waiting for my my order of Gran Turismo 7 to update its shipping data. You look lost.
I don't know what it is when I connect to your computer,
Okay.
specifically this computer,
All right.
but it's so hiccupy. And it doesn't do it when I connect to Shelby's, and it doesn't do it when I connect to the stream computer.
Ooh, look
Just
at
this
that!
one.
Look at that bad boy.
This guy? Oh, this little guy? You don't gotta worry about this little guy.
Oh, Sergio's gonna hit us with the paraphrased quote. He's ready for CMS Jeep Wrangler edition.
I think he's goofing on me because I said Jeep Wrangler instead of whatever the actual thing is called that I already don't remember.
The Range Rover.
Yeah.
So I think in your save, we've got a fair bit of spare money. Now witness the horsepower of this fully restored and customized guck truck. That's what it is.
So let's see if we can find.
About $9,000.
Let's see if we can find a Chief Grand Cherokee car here. See if we can find a Ford Ranger around here. It is installed, right?
Yeah, it is. Why?
There's like no cars here.
Captures like a little stuttery. Hold on.
Oh, maybe it's not me. Maybe it's you.
Maybe.
Because the stuttery is what I'm seeing too.
Yeah, what's going on with this? Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, shush. All right. Make sure I didn't accidentally click one of the options.
One of the Clayton break Logan's computer buttons.
Yeah, honestly. Let's see here. 6,000 bit rate, 60 frames per second. Not doing anything crazy.
But it wouldn't be OBS because I'm seeing it through our sharing stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But it's also coming through on the local feed. I wanted to make sure it wasn't something there also. Try this. I wonder if it has something to do with the capture card I was messing with just before stream, and now I've lost my mouse.
It's right there. I'm pointing at it.
Got it. Thanks, buddy. That's turned off.
Clayton, I got an update about my space internet that was supposed to be here yesterday.
Oh yeah?
It's gonna be here tomorrow.
Very
supposedly.
nice. Happy to hear that.
Word on the street is
Bump.
it was supposed to be here yesterday, and then when it didn't get here by the end of the day, it changed the date. Like there's a little icon at the very top that says on time.
Uh-huh.
That has never changed.
Okay.
That is all. It still says on time when you look up the order.
Okay.
But when it got past like the part where it's like, I mean, all right, it should be here right now, like around 9 o'clock or so.
Mm-hmm.
It changed from will arrive by end of day, March 1st. It just said pending,
Uh-huh.
but on time never changed. And then I got an update today.
Mm-hmm.
That am I good to go?
Yes, go ahead.
I got an update today. It's like, oh yeah, it's gonna arrive Thursday, March 3rd.
Uh-huh.
And it still says on time on the top, so it's a good thing it's still on time.
Okay.
I'm not seeing any car shells here.
They're usually only in a few places. I saw one. Down there, down that aisle that you just walked past, there was one. On the right side.
Oh, but that's not a Chief Grand Cherokee.
No, it is not. That one right there is a shell. But
it's also not what I'm looking for.
Right. It's possible that the DLC cars... That's the boat car. It's possible that the DLC cars are not available in the junkyard.
Oh.
Like you can only get them from auctions or salvage auctions. Maybe not junkyard. Because I feel like I've never seen any of the Paganis in the junkyard.
I can't even get to the auction.
Oh, wow. Go to the barn. Where we can find them in the... Actually, you know what? Go to the car salon. Because that'll tell us where we can find it. And then go over to the turntable in the far right corner.
This guy?
Yeah. And then that little plaque. You can click on that. And click any of the Land Rover stuff. Yeah, like any of those. And then go to, I guess, click or press escape. And then walk up to that and right click. And then get the car info. Can be found at barn, junkyard, okay, auction, or salon. So these do appear in the junkyard, just not very often, apparently. Go to the engine tab. All right, you only take one engine, an inline 4. That is crazy. An SUV is powered by 4-cylinder, turbocharged, but still 4-cylinder engine.
Man, this is hiccupy as hell.
Let me check one other thing.
It only seems to do it when I connect to this machine.
Yeah. I've probably messed with something that I shouldn't have. Host.
Shouldn't have done that. He's just a boy.
How do I reset these back to defaults? Let's set this to
You might need to kick me out and back in.
10. And then
This might also have been what the problem was with that motorcycle game where we hit people with bats.
no, I'm almost certain. That was just a very fast-paced game that did not play well with multiple people streaming it. All right, I'm gonna kick you.
Okay.
You've been kicked, and now you may rejoin. And mouse and keyboard. Okay. Any better?
Well, it's not hiccupy, but now we're tasked with another issue
What's that?
where it's really muddy.
Yeah, it's because I lowered the bit rate. Okay.
Okay, it's not too bad.
Okay.
Maybe if you could bump it up like a little bit.
Okay. Let's see here. This will also be a good test to see if I need to kick you after I make those changes. Because I'm going to make the change, and then let's do 20. Then I'll let you play some and let me know if that's any better.
No, not really.
All right.
And we're doing all this, and I'm gonna get better internet starting tomorrow, and we're gonna have to do it all again.
Yep. All right, you've been kicked. Well. All right, try that on for size.
It's better, and
Okay.
it's not hiccupy.
Okay. There's probably some magic number that's right in the middle of where it's like just under your bandwidth rate or like bandwidth limit, but not so little to be compressed.
I'm not gonna worry about it too much. It's playable, and my internet's gonna change soon, so
Yeah.
and we don't need to sit here and key in that thing
Right.
on stream.
Sergio says, my Ford Escape is a 2.5 liter inline four, so SUVs can use lower powered. Oh, they definitely can. I was surprised that a Range Rover would have a 4-cylinder. I thought at least that would be straight 6, maybe V6. Quentin asks, "Oh yeah, did you get someone to come out to work on that, Logan?"
Yes, I never heard back from the first handyman that I called.
All right.
I was kind of worried because I told him to come out either today or tomorrow, thinking I would have it yesterday.
Okay.
I was kind of worried that he was just going to show up because he has my address.
Right.
And then I was going to be like, I don't have any work for you, man.
We can go inside and play Smash Brothers.
Yeah, because he never followed up, so I don't even know if he wants to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
And he was really wishy-washy about it when I first called him, and then when I called him the second time, he was like, can I call you back? I'm at the hospital right now. And I'm like, why are you at the hospital right now, mister? There's no cars here. Is this a car?
No. Here.
Girl to do.
Take a left. There's usually one sat around here. Did it say we could find those in barns?
Yeah, it said barns. It pretty much said everywhere. We can
Okay.
find them everywhere.
Well, you can go to a barn.
But I ended up calling. I've never messed with barns before, so I don't really know what to do here.
You just each time you get a level up, you get a barn find map. It's like a better junkyard. Stuff is in better conditions, and there's less to pick
gotcha.
from, but it's in better shape.
But I ended up calling a client who works at or who's one of the clients of the place where I do work at.
Okay.
And he immediately was like, "Yeah, I could do that." And he wasn't really wishy-washy about it, so I just set him up to come out and take care of it. And the other guy, he has my address, and I told him to come either today or tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of worried he's just gonna show up.
Yeah.
And I don't have the tool. I don't have the stuff yet.
Right.
Well, I'll have it tomorrow by the time I get home from work. But also, I want somebody else to do it, not him. So
yeah,
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna, if he does show up, I'm just gonna tell him, it's not here yet, even if it is here.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you a call if I need you, and
Right.
never call him again. I feel like that's the easiest way to handle the situation.
It
And
is.
I might just be over worrying about it, like I
Mhm.
do a lot of things where I overthink it, and I just need to chill. I like the way that the wood sounds when I walk.
Oh yeah, the thubs.
Yeah, it sounds good.
There's a rear bumper.
Yeah, but I'm not working on that anymore.
No,
Duck truck's done.
That's a done project.
Oh wait.
So
Yeah.
even if we do find a Range Rover to work on, I don't think we're going to be able to afford it. So I think we better go back to the junkyard and cycle some engine blocks and gearboxes.
Okay.
Because we'll find them in worse condition there than you will here.
Well, I'm already here, so I might as well poke around a little bit.
Quentin says, sorry I couldn't make the out-of-the-blue 6-hour drive to help you, Logan.
I mean, I thought we were friends, but guess it is what it is.
Oh.
Look at this thing.
Yeah. Look at that rear rim. What is going on with that?
It looks like there's like junk underneath of it,
There's just like,
and it's like
clipping through it. Yeah.
yeah, and it's just
Soup
yeah.
can. How much is that going to cost if you wanted to buy that?
This car,
Yeah.
it's got 6 inches of dust on top of it.
Ooh, free dust.
I don't see a price.
Go to the credit tab. $32,000.
Yeah, that costs more than my perfectly functioning car did when I bought it in real life.
That cost twice as much as my car when I bought it brand new. I think my car had 13 miles on it when I bought it for like just over $15,000.
I think my car, when I bought it, had like 10 miles on it when I drove it off the lot.
Mm-hmm.
I also am related to the guy who like owns the dealership, so I think he cut me like a pretty solid deal.
Mm-hmm. Mine was just timing. It was literally December 30th or 31st. I think it might have been December 31st. And they were like, it is the last day of this year. We need to get these model years out of here.
I always thought that whenever they had like whatever year the car is, it like releases the year before. Like my first car was a 2006 Chevy HHR,
Uh-huh.
and I bought it in 2005.
Yeah, there's weird like offsets. But whatever year it was, they were trying to get rid of it. And like it was a manual, and they're like, it's a manual, nobody wants to buy it because it's a manual, so that automatically cuts out like a large portion of the people that are even shopping for cars. So they gave me a really good deal on it, and I was like, I want a manual.
I considered getting a manual for my first car, but it also, if I wanted to get the manual version of the car I had, because I don't know how to drive a manual, so I wanted to like get a car to force myself to learn.
Right.
But if I wanted to get the manual version of my car, I was also missing out on other conveniences that I wanted.
Like power seats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get all the cool stuff, but also a manual transmission. And Robbie, my cousin, was like, no.
Yeah, those are weird, like, after purchase hacks that you kind of have to do. Oh, get that engine head.
Where?
Top, middle.
Oh. I didn't even see that.
There are there are weird mishmashes of eclipses that different. Oh, that engine block is perfect. That different model years have different things on them, and they never made a single model with all of these things included.
Is this like camouflage or is that rust?
That's rust. Is the picture really that bad?
Kinda.
Okay.
When I get this close, I can see that it's rust.
Okay.
But from back here, it kind of looks like it's supposed to be
Yeah,
camouflage.
it does look like digital camo. Like, on all of the model years, you could get...
This one?
It's a head cover. You'll get a little bit, but it's 15, so you won't pay much for it.
May as well.
I'll
I'll sell it for more than I bought it for.
Yeah. On almost every model, you could get disc brakes on front and rear. But only one, not even one model year, like half of a model year. It was like the first half of 1996, they made rear vented disc brakes, which is like impossible to find, because most of your braking is done on the front axle, so that's the one that generates the most heat, so that's the one that needs to be vented. That engine block down there is good. So most people don't bother with venting the rear brakes, but they were like trying to make this like track-worthy import, so they put vented brakes or vented discs on the rear axle of like the first half of the 96 model year. So like people that are wanting really, really good braking Eclipses are like, do you have any wrecked like 96 hardtop turbo Eclipses? So because it's like super specific on, it's like remember when the Xbox 360 would like revise their internals? I don't know if you ever shopped for 360s like in depth, but they had a thing called the Falcon chipset, and it was the one that was like the revised internals. Before.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
I remember they had like the original version of the Xboxes, and then they had like the newer ones, but the newer ones could still get the red ring of death. And one of the one I had was like the second generation of the Xboxes.
Yep.
And it still got the red ring of death. It wasn't the same error code, but it was still caused by the same issue.
Right. So what you could do when they first came out, you could either buy the, I forget what it was actually called, but like the Halo edition, like the Master Chief. It was like green. It made Halo sounds when you turned it on. That one was a guaranteed Falcon chipset, Xbox 360. But if you could find the UPC code of like when you were shopping in Target or Walmart or wherever, you looked at the barcode or the serial number, I think there was a certain section of it where it had like, if it was after this number, it was a Falcon chipset. If it was before that number, it was not. So people were going into like electronic stores and saying, hey, I want to buy an Xbox 360, but I need you to show me the barcode first, because I need to tell you whether or not that's the one I want to buy. And these clerks were like, absolutely not. Do you want it or not?
They wouldn't let them look?
I mean, because they're going into the back room, fetching a box, bringing it up to the counter, and then some 19-year-old goes, no, I don't want that one. Go get me another one. And that might fly the first time, but by the fourth time, you're like, absolutely not. I'm doing this. And I can't blame them, because that's just like, I think about them. It might come off as you like messing with them, like pranking them to see how many times you can get them to go back there.
Yeah, I can understand that, I guess.
But yeah, all I remember about it is that it was called the Falcon chipset, and it was like the thing to have for your Xbox 360.
I pissed off a clerk at GameStop once by being picky like that.
Oh yeah.
Because they sold the Wii U version of Bayonetta 2.
Okay.
And there was like the first release that came with Bayonetta 1.
Right, yeah.
It was like a separate disc that had the first Bayonetta game.
Yes.
But if you bought it pre-owned, it was the same price to get the one with Bayonetta 1 and the one without Bayonetta 1. So I walked in and I was like, I want to buy Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U, but it needs to be the one with Bayonetta 1 in it, or I don't want it.
So it has to have that sticker on it or whatever.
And then he was like, let me look, because it was straight up like
Turn
a
left.
second disc.
When you get out of here, there's one directly behind you.
Okay. It was like a whole second disc.
Yep.
It wasn't just like, oh, this is like this back here. Oh,
there you go.
This. It wasn't just like there's an engine head in there. It wasn't just like you go in and you get the disc that has Bayonetta 1 on it. It was like 2 discs.
Yep.
And then I got it. He had one. And then I was like, I also want to get Mario Galaxy 2 for the Wii. But if you don't have the original case, I don't want it. He goes, I have the Game of the Year edition case. And I was like, no, I don't want that. And then he was like, I could tell he's like, I want to get this fucking guy out of here. And as somebody who empathizes with that mindset, I'm like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Look, buddy, I don't want to be here any more than you want me here.
Listen, I know, I get it. I get it. I do. I work at Publix. I fully understand what you're going through right now. I'm not messing with you, I promise.
Right. I'm just incredibly picky about the things that I buy.
There was one time where I went in and I tried to buy Kingdom Hearts 2 for the PlayStation 2.
All right.
It was the used version.
Okay.
And they had the box on the shelf. And so I brought it up. Oh, man, I wish I wasn't at 90%.
Oh, wow. What is that doing here?
I don't know. But they had the box on the shelf. Like, it was on the shelf. So I brought the box up, and he's like, we don't actually have this. So he took the box and he threw it in the trash.
Oh, God.
I went, hold on now, mister. Might I have that empty box? And he goes, it's empty. There's no game in it. I'm like, give it to me, please.
I just asked you for the empty box. We are in agreement that you were about to hand me an empty box. You don't need to.
And so he gave me the box, and then I went to a different GameStop that had it on the shelf, but they didn't have the box. And I went, ha-ha!
Wow.
Looks like I win.
Crankshaft.
And then there was another time. Say what?
Crankshaft, top, middle.
Oh. I didn't realize I was looking for crankshafts.
Yeah, usually not, but that one's in really bad shape, so you might actually make some money off of it.
There was another time where I bought Dead Space for the PlayStation 3.
Right.
And I specifically, they had all these Dead Space cases on the shelf. And I specifically grabbed the case that wasn't the Game of the Year edition.
Okay.
And so I went in, I checked out, he put it in the case, and then when I got home, I opened up the case and I looked at the disc, and the disc was the Game of the Year edition disc.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, oh, no, this isn't what I wanted.
Was there like a significant difference between Game of the Year
edition?
edition?
Like in the PlayStation, it's not really Game of the Year edition. It's like the PlayStation Selects.
Right, PlayStation Classics.
Different color.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like the red banner.
The red instead of the black, and like all three of the like big three have like their own different. Like there's Nintendo Selects and Xbox Classics and PlayStation Players, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was different, and I didn't want the different one. I wanted the like normal looking one.
Oh yeah.
And so, like, when I got home and I opened up the case and it had that red bar across the top, I was like, come on. And I didn't do anything about it. I didn't go back and say, hey, you! Is that a Shelby I hear in the background?
Yeah, she says to tell Sergio that you can buy Horizon on Amazon. I don't know what significance that has, but that's what
she's looking for it.
That's what. Oh, okay. I mean, you could. Are you specifically looking for a physical version? Because you could buy it on the PSN store, right?
I thought I saw him say that he didn't really care. He just wanted it, and like a lot of people weren't.
I've got the game in my cart on the PSN store. Yeah.
Okay. What are these brake calipers in here for?
Those are probably something from a job you worked on.
Well, I can fix them up and use them in something else, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say that's a risky one there, pal.
Oh, that was close.
Mm-hmm.
I took a risk. I shouldn't have done it, but I shouldn't have done it, but it paid off in the end.
I think in CMS 2018, once you upgrade all of your repair abilities, like the final stat is just like you can repair broken parts. It's just like no questions asked. You can just repair things.
You just pay for the repair and it does it.
I think that's what it comes to. It's like, do you want to repair this? It's gonna cost a little bit of money, but you can do it. Right. That's the thing. Like, in 2018, you just hit a button, and there was a chance that it would succeed and a chance that it would fail, and there was no skill check. You just roll the dice.
So I only broke 2 things.
No, yeah, and you'll easily cover the cost of that with a single sale.
All right, I'm already back to where I was before I started buying all these parts.
This is all free money. All right, 14,000 ain't bad.
That's a good chunk of money.
Yeah.
Should we go one more round?
Yeah, let's do one more. We'll probably get, hopefully, up to around 20 grand. And maybe, if we find one in really bad shape, we might be able to afford that.
So I've been getting myself hyped up for the new God of War game that doesn't have a release date, but they're speculating September.
Is that God of War Ragnarok?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, does that not have a title like the sequel to Breath of the Wild?
No, yeah, it has a title. But the engine block. I've been going and looking up camshaft. We're doing camshafts, right?
Nah. Camshafts, not as much. Crankshafts, only if they're in really bad shape. And even then, I would only do like the big engines, like V12s.
Okay. Well, if you see anything like that, point it out because I won't remember.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
But I've been going through and looking up like.
Turn left. There you go.
I've been looking up videos about like what happened in like the original God of War games.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I noticed was
also, yes.
Oh yeah, I can't.
I had completely forgot.
I wish it was a toggle sprint.
Yeah.
But Kratos is the son of Zeus.
Okay.
And Zeus is the son of Kronos.
Oh. All right.
And I don't know how accurate the lore of the God of War games is to actual Greek mythology. But in the God of War games, Kronos engine head cover?
Nah. Also, it just says the car to your right is big money if you can fix it.
This guy?
I didn't even notice that. Yeah. Fastback or whatever it's called.
I don't know. I kind of want to work on the Jeep stuff. Not the Jeep stuff. Whatever it is.
You don't
Land
mess
Rover
yourself
stuff.
up now.
I was messed up. I was already at a disadvantage before we started.
You could, if you want to, take that in and fix the rust and repair the body. How much does it cost? $7,000. That ain't much.
I don't know. Let's just. I don't want to do that.
Stay the course.
Yeah.
Jeep stuff is a Neebs gaming reference.
Anyways,
yes,
like I was
Kronos.
saying, Kronos got a. I think I don't remember exactly what it was in the game, but he somehow got visions of the future, and Kronos had like.
Kronos
had like
a god of time.
Yeah, he's like a titan. He's not even a god. He's a titan.
Oh, okay.
In God of War. So.
Gotcha.
Keep that in mind.
Not in Titanfall.
No, he actually doesn't even show up in Titanfall, oddly enough.
That's a real shame.
But he somehow got visions of the future, and he saw that one of his children would overpower him and murder him.
Okay.
So his solution to that was to just eat all of his children.
Right.
And he had a bunch of kids.
Problem solved.
But Zeus's mother tricked Kronos into eating a big stone instead of Zeus as a baby. So Zeus survived. Zeus figured out what Kronos wanted to do and punished him by forcing him to crawl around in a big desert with Pandora's temple on his back. And then eventually, and I think God of War 3, Zeus killed him.
Okay.
And when Zeus rose to power as like the king of Olympus and all that,
right?
He got in touch with the Fates, who can see the future, and the Fates showed him that his son Kratos was gonna kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So to do that, Zeus forced him to live as a look at that 80% engine block. To do that, Zeus forced him to live as a mortal, stripped him away of any god power, as even though Zeus was more of a demigod than a god because he had a human mother.
Gotcha.
He stripped him of any kind of godly power he might have had and forced him to live as a mortal in Sparta, which I don't know if you're trying to weaken your son. Sparta is the best place to send him, but anyways.
It's like kind of like a sending them to a gym.
Yeah. This is a big crankshaft, right? V6?
That's a V6. Sure, why not? Sometimes the DLC stuff has like a premium price to it. And that was a Land Rover. Turn left or turn left a little bit more. There you go. Get that one.
Oh, I thought I did this one already.
You may have. I can't remember how much they wrap around the sides. There's a gearbox though.
Again. Oh yeah. But I think it's interesting that both Kronos and Zeus had visions of their children murdering them.
Right.
Because if you remember at the end of God of War 2016, when they get to I think it's Niflheim.
Okay.
Where they discover that Atreus is like giant name because his mother is an ice giant.
Yes.
They find out Atreus's like giant name is Loki. And they have all of these they go into this big circular room where they have all these pieces of art that when they were written would have been predictions of the future because they literally just happen throughout the game. And as you're walking through, Atreus is like, oh look, there's us talking to the world serpent, and there's us finding the head of what's his name? I don't remember the head's name.
Oh shoot! I was just thinking of it. Tyr.
No, it wouldn't be Tyr.
Not Tyr, but I thought it started with like. I was just thinking of it. I don't remember.
But like, there's all these predictions, and then Atreus is like, well, that's all cool. Anyways, let's walk away. And then Kratos keeps walking around the room, and then he finds like a tapestry over like one of the paintings. And then he pulls it back and he looks at it, and on the other side is a picture of Atreus holding a knife to the picture of Kratos lying on the ground.
Oh wow!
And it looks like, I mean, it's a picture, so take from it what you will, but it looks like Atreus kills Kratos.
Yes.
And I'm very I don't think that's gonna, whatever the result of finding that image is gonna happen in the next game. It might come up at one point, but I'm imagining that's the third God of War game follow through.
Yeah.
But I find it very interesting that Kratos' grandfather and father both had future sight predictions of their sons killing their fathers, and now Kratos has encountered the same thing. And he's been very much of the mindset throughout the entirety of God of War 2016
Mhm.
of breaking the cycle.
Right. There's your Firebird.
But oh yeah, look at this guy. But like,
So that's the thing.
what's he gonna do?
I don't like the Marvel saga has ruined the word Ragnarok for me because I don't know what it actually means. I just know what it means in the context of that saga. But it always seems to be like the bookend of something. Like this is this is it. This is the
I
end.
think in Norse mythology, here's a V8 crankshaft.
Sure, do that. And then
I think in Norse mythology,
boxer block.
Ragnarok is like a big winter that comes through and wipes the slate clean and everything starts over. It's not a one-time deal. It's like
it's a cyclical event.
Yes.
And that's when you say that Kratos is interested in breaking the cycle, and this game is God of War Ragnarok. I'm like, okay, does that term still fly with the same gravity that it did in the Marvel saga?
Sergio says, wait, so is Kratos Odin then? Because Atreus is Loki.
That is the path there. I mean, if they were to assign
they have already
Kratos a giant
shown
name.
that they've already shown that Odin is somebody who exists.
Oh, really?
As well as Thor and both of Thor's sons.
Oh, that's right.
Kill in the game.
You fight Thor. That's how you get like some sort of like lion fists.
You don't fight Thor. You fight Thor's sons. I think you kill one of them or maybe both of them.
Am I thinking of Hercules? Do you fight Hercules?
You fight Hercules in God of War 2.
Okay, and that's how you get some like gloves with lion heads on them. Okay.
Yes, you're thinking of the original game, not the 2016 God of War.
Got it.
But you do fight Baldur.
Okay, right. Is Baldur in the 2016 game? Is he like the super early guy?
Yeah, he's the guy who shows up and Kratos is like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, oh, no. And he punches him and Kratos punches him back. And then Baldur punches him like through the building.
That's the guy you end up knocking off the cliff, right?
Yeah, you fight him like 4 times until you finally kill him.
Have you seen this? I assume you've seen the screenshots of what he does when you knock him off the cliff?
Like what happens behind the
yes, behind the
screen?
Behind the boundary breaks. Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
So somebody basically went into the code of the game to move the camera. He is flipping you off as he flies down off the cliff.
That's fantastic.
It is so cool. There's like I think this was like, a few months after the game came out on PC. It's been out on PC for a while, right?
It's been out on PC for a few months.
Okay, then this must have been like a few months after it came out originally then. Because
Did I check that one?
I've known about this for what feels like a year.
Yeah, then this is old stuff. It's very cool.
Yeah, somebody like turned on the clipping for the camera and just like went through the mountain and looked at him, and he's falling, flipping you double birds on the way down.
That's awesome. But like they've laid all these like seeds, especially stuff. Like, it seems like the game tries to keep separate from the original God of War games, but then forces beyond Kratos, even Kratos' control, keep pushing him back in.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, remember his son gets sick, and that woman's like, you need to go to hell, and you need to go to hell, but you need to melt something, but it's so cold there that nothing from this realm can start a fire. So that's when Kratos goes back to the house and he gets the Blades of Chaos, which is insanely hype.
I remember that happening and you losing your mind.
But also from like Kratos' standpoint, like he's trying to put that shit behind him.
Exactly.
Like, he does not want to, but he whoops.
Oh, you got lucky on that one.
I did. I threaded the needle. Like he wants to put that shit behind him, but he has to, or his son's gonna die.
Right.
And so, like, I was definitely dealing with some internal conflict where I was like, I am so excited this is happening, but also this really sucks for Kratos.
Oh, that's your mouse.
That's my mouse.
I gotta catch up on chat here. Sergio says that Cronus is also a Titan in regular mythology. And Quint said that Neebs Gaming has a show called Battlefield Friends about the Battlefield games, and there's a character called Noob that doesn't call C4 by its name. He calls it Jeep stuff. All right.
Cheap stuff.
Great.
I like that.
Sergio says, yeah, let's weaken this possible committer of patricide by sending him to the Oni Spartan program. Shelby showed up.
Hey, Shelby.
Quentin said, I hear Baldur has a gate. You are correct, he does.
I wonder if they're ever going to reference that in the game.
And then Sergio providing some additional info. In Norse mythology, Ragnarok, Fate of the Gods, is a series of events, including a great battle, foretold to lead to the death of a number of great figures, including the gods Odin, Thor, Tyr, Freyr, Heimdall, and Loki, natural disasters, and the submersion of the world in water. After these events, the world will resurface anew and fertile. The surviving returning gods will meet, and the world will resurface anew and fertile. All right, I think there was some redundancy there. Oh, I see. The surviving returning gods will meet, and the world will be repopulated by 2 human survivors. Basically, the home of the gods gets messed up, so Earth gets messed up as well.
Well, whatever the equivalent of the God of War universe of all that stuff is starting to happen at the end of the first God of War game.
Right.
And I don't know. I'm really excited about like the story stuff, and the gameplay is fun for the first God of War game. Like, I'm excited about it. I haven't decided on okay, so I got $20,000, but I haven't decided on whether I want to just like, if they sell the PS4, PS5 bundle pack, if I want to get that and play it on PlayStation. If they sell a PS4, PS5 bundle, I think I'll get that and play it that way.
Right.
Or if I want to hold out for PC.
Yeah.
I think what my deciding factor will be is if they have a PS4, PS5 bundle. And if they have a statue.
Yeah. Go to the salvage auctions. Oh, you can't get to auctions. That's right. Dang it. I keep forgetting about that. We can do a story job to get your levels up.
Okay.
Sergio says Valhalla did an interesting take on the whole situation.
I want to play Valhalla. I haven't yet. I haven't really played anything since the France one. T? No. Y? No. R? No.
Just right click.
Right click?
And the phone. Hinata Kagura. I'm the okay. I'm the internet star of car racing. Hold on, let's see what this job says.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that's what I thought you were reading chat.
Okay, there it is. I'm the internet star of car racing. Well, perhaps a rising star. I go by the name RM. This is my new project car. I just snapped it from a junkyard. For now, it looks like a piece of junk, but we can make it a gem. I mean, you can. But nobody has to know that, right? Are you in with this project? I just want you to check it if it starts up before the first episode. And we'll think about the rest later. Thanks. We'll see you on Import Tube.
First, this thing needs a bath.
Yes, it do.
Yes, I got Rogue and Unity at the same time, Sergio, but at that point I had been playing a God of War game every year for like the last 4 years. And by God of War, I mean Assassin's Creed. And I just got burnt out.
Yeah.
And I just never really got a chance to get back. This needs so much work. Oh my God. Good thing I can fix parts now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hadn't gotten a chance to really get back into it. Definitely need new glass. It's all chipped up and scratched. But I did buy Syndicate because I'm like, oh, well, I'll get back into Assassin's Creed at some point.
Right.
And then I never did. I think I also own not Valhalla, but the one before Valhalla.
Origin or Odyssey? I always
I
get...
didn't realize. Oh, yeah, those are two different ones.
Yeah, they
Because
are.
there's Origin and Odyssey, and then Valhalla.
Right. I can never remember which one's which.
I think I own Origin. I don't think I own Odyssey or Valhalla.
I can't remember which ones I have either. It's such a blur. I'm gonna fix up all these body parts.
Yeah, it needs it.
Okay.
Looks like it points. I probably need to anyway.
You might. I can't remember honestly. Sergio says it goes Syndicate, Origin, Odyssey, Valhalla, if I remember correctly. May have missed Black Flag in there somewhere.
No, Black Flag comes before
Yeah, Black Flag is
Syndicate.
like...
Because it's
Yes, Black Flag
Assassin's Creed
is before
3.
Unity.
Assassin's Creed 3, Black Flag, Unity, which also came out the same year as Rogue. In fact, I think they came out like 2 weeks apart.
Yes, one was for previous gen, one was for current gen.
Yeah, and then Syndicate, Origin, Odyssey, Valhalla.
Mm-hmm. You gonna get that fender?
Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Is this the thing?
You gonna get that
No.
fender?
What fender?
Fender,
This fender?
driver's side fender?
Fender's fine. The fender's fine.
Driver's side. There you go.
I'm looking for the thing. Is this the thing?
Yes, to fix the rust. Yes.
Yeah.
Walking around the garage. Hey, boss, you seen the thing?
And he goes, "Oh yeah, you mean it's over by the what's it?"
Yeah, thing's in the shop. But we're the shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
All he says.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah."
Because when they were riding riding off the high of Black Flag and fell off the sheer cliff that was Unity. Oh boy, you got some work to do.
I got this. Well, these little guys. I'm not gonna mess up any of these little guys.
Just wait until Car Mechanic Simulator 2022 or 2023, when exiting out of repairing these does more damage.
They better don't.
Like, are you sure you want to back out? You'll take like an extra like 5% damage.
Also, it's letting me repair these even though they're red.
Yeah, they're 15s, which is at the cutoff. But yeah, they shouldn't be red because 15 is supposed to be orange. Oh, beautiful.
I know that needs glass, but I probably need to buy new glass anyway.
Yes. I've only ever repaired glass once, and it was at like 89%. It's true. It is a story mission, yeah. So there may be an exception.
That has glass on it.
Probably has acrylic. Roadmaster. You did not, in fact, have to repair any of those body panels.
But I got a 22% thing here. Oh, that's minimum.
Go to the credits. You have not made any bonus just yet.
Well, shucks. Well, fuck it. If I don't have to, and I'm not gonna get paid for
He
it, then I'm not.
starts throwing wrenches through the window. It might factor in later once you've actually done the work. Who knows? The bonus system in this is really
It's just that
unpredictable.
it's real cheap
Yeah.
to fix these body
Look
parts
at
now
those
that I can fix
headlights.
them myself.
God almighty.
Yeah, that's got a red tint on it for some reason.
Let me just do a quick refresh on my order for Gran Turismo.
Why can't I open this?
Da. Up.
Oh my god, this is really bad in here.
Yeah. Rust bucket. Sergio says.
I don't.
So Clay, I want to hear your opinion on this. I believe that dope cars, like the real world counterpart of this one, which is an Evo. Well, they split the difference between WRX and Evo. Muscle cars and supercars should never be canary yellow. I think it ruins the car. Before I respond, do you mean specifically canary yellow or any sort of yellow? Because at least in the case of the Evo, one of the factory colors is a very powerful yellow. Specifically canary yellow. Let me look at it before I speak on it.
Let me also drain this
Canary
bowl because
yellow.
I know I need engine stuff. So
Canary yellow.
see how bad this oil is. Oh wow,
It's jet black, and there's a teaspoon of it.
a thimble of jet black oil.
Okay. So, all right. So this, even in the frickin' search results, there are arguments because this canary yellow does not match that canary yellow.
Schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
No one can agree what color canary yellow is.
The rumor come out.
Hex
Does
code
Bruno Mars is gay?
hex code FFEF00 for one of them,
It was like no coolant in it at all.
and FFFF8F for one of them. What the heck? So here, back away from this car so that the body comes back. So I think this specific car is too pale. It is too desaturated of a yellow. But if it were more saturated, I wouldn't like it on this car because I like Subarus in blue, or I like WRXs in blue. But a yellow Evo looks perfectly fine to me. And when you get into yellows, you gotta know what you're doing because it is such an odd color. Because like, you know, a black car, a silver car, a blue car, a red car, those are like powerful on their own. But like yellow is such an odd shade. I actually saw on Instagram somebody built a yellow Eclipse, second gen Eclipse, and it looked really good. I don't think a Spider Eclipse would look good in yellow because the top is black and it just comes off looking like a bumblebee. Sergio says, so I think I must amend my statement. I have never seen a yellow car I liked to look at. Let me Let me see. There aren't many for me.
What about the Pikachu Volkswagen Beetle?
God. I'll say maybe a Beetle looks all right in yellow because that's a playful, fun, kind of sprightly car. That one has the attitude of a yellow. Not even. Yeah. As the Camaro in yellow, I don't think I think it does okay as that character in that movie, but on the streets, I think I would rather see a Camaro in red or like a deep blue or black or something like that. Something intimidating, not yellow. Let me look up one of these yellow Evos. Let's find an Evo 8 in yellow. Yeah, that's not bad. Supercars in yellow. Porsche. Porsche makes a lot of yellow cars. Some of those look all right. The Ferrari actually makes a bunch of yellow cars. Those look okay. I guess my answer would be like, rarely do I see a car that is yellow that I wouldn't prefer it in a different color. I might not dislike it, but I would usually rather see it in a different color. I think the only time that isn't the case is maybe in like a Ferrari like 360 Modena. Those look pretty good in yellow. Maybe an F40 in yellow looks pretty cool, but I think I'd rather see that in red anyways. Lamborghini Diablo. I could see that. That's probably primarily a yellow. A Countach. I could see a lot of yellow. It's a weird statement to paint a car yellow because it's begging for attention, but it's also not really intimidating. Because, like, arguably red is doing both of those. Red wants to be seen by everyone and wants to intimidate everyone. Sergio says, to be fair, those classic Lambos are probably the reason I hate cars in yellow. Dislike, not hate. Yeah. I think I can only think of maybe 3 cars where given the choice, and like when I say given the choice, I mean like winning these cars in a video game and it gives me the option to paint them. I'm trying to think of cars I would select the yellow option in. And
The yellow Pikachu Volkswagen.
yeah. There is a Porsche, I think, that only came in yellow because it was called the Yellow Bird. There's like I'm like barely hanging on to this memory. Porsche Yellow Bird. Porsche Yellow Bird? Okay, yeah. Oh, it's a roof model. The Roof CTR Group C Turbo Roof, also known as the CTR Yellowbird or simply Yellowbird, is a limited production high-performance sports car manufactured by ... Loading the page. Manufactured by German automobile manufacturer Roof Automobile. Introduced in 1987 model year and based on the Porsche 911, the CTR featured an enlarged and highly tuned version of Porsche's 3.2-liter flat 6-cylinder engine, lightened body panels, an integrated roll cage, adding chassis stiffness in addition to occupant safety, upgraded suspension and braking systems, a custom-designed transmission, Jesus. Of all the things to custom design, a transmission is probably the most complicated. Holy crap. Several unique trim pieces such as polyurethane bumpers and the use of side-mounted oil filler. Ooh, that's cool. Necessitated by relocating the oil tank toward the forward to clear the intercooler on that side.
That air filter was pitch black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true. There are almost none because I like black and red way too much.
Oh, you would have liked that air filter then.
Yeah. The car received its nickname Yellowbird during testing by Road and Track magazine, whose staff members noted the contrast created by its yellow paintwork against the overcast skies on the day of their photo shoot. Huh. So CTR didn't even, or Roof didn't even call that the Yellowbird. It was like a review magazine. That's a neat car. No, I'm just reading about Porsches. So, are you just doing a full teardown of this car, or are you doing the mission?
I'm just doing the mission.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of this stuff's broken way beyond what I can repair.
Sergio says, I still need to figure out that green hue that Ford used on F-150s for a while that they had the muted silver lower half match with. Because I'd love to try and get my Escape redone in that color. I mean, it wasn't an F-150, but my dad had an F-100? I think that's what that truck was called. And it was not in any way road legal, but because it was Florida, nobody cared. That truck never really ran, but always kind of ran. Let's see. Ford F-100? See if that...
Saying because it's Florida and nobody cared reminded me of a conversation I had with Shelby earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to get into a political conversation right now, but she was showing me about stuff about the mayor of Houston and how cool the mayor of Houston is.
Oh yeah, he's a cool dude.
And I was like, yeah, well, if you think the mayor of Houston is cool, you should see the mayor of the town I live in.
Uh-huh.
I said, it's the cow with a top hat. And then I said in like brackets, I don't actually know if there's a mayor of my town. I just made that up.
There is a place that legitimately has a dog for the mayor.
Yeah, and he's been reelected like 4 times.
Yeah. City with dog mayor. In 2012, the town of Idlewild, California, elected a golden retriever named Max as mayor for life. In August 2014.
Mayor for life.
Yeah. In August 2014, 7-year-old Duke the dog won an election and became the new mayor of Cormorant, Minnesota. Oh, the city isn't incorporated. I see.
I wonder if there's a way, like, you know how you can make your property like a sovereign country?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way where I can make my property like a sovereign, like, town.
Right?
Like, still be a part of the county that I live in, but, like, make it a sovereign town, and I'll make my dog the mayor of Logan Town.
Mm-hmm. Small towns in California, Minnesota, Colorado, Kentucky, as well as San Francisco have all had dog mayors. Sergio is so much quicker than y'all. What did you say?
I lagged out a little bit, and it caused me to overflow.
Oh, yeah.
Also, everything went red on my end, so
yeah,
I don't know how I sound.
You're a little chippy.
I cannot currently play the game.
There's my chippy. What if I do this? Does that do anything for you?
Oh yeah, that's doing it for it. It's getting me there.
Hold
I'm just
on.
gonna wait it out, I guess.
What if I... Where's the escape key? Why can't I escape? Yeah, what does this do for you?
It's above the tilde. Oh, it's like a big brown puddle on my screen right now.
All right,
Oh, okay, I'm back.
I'll let
I'm
your...
back.
Okay, I was gonna say I'll stop and let your freaking feed recover.
It like I could see while you were shaking the screen around when it snapped back.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, we're good.
Mostly the dogs are figureheads. Their elections are used to raise money for animal shelters or for the towns.
I like that.
Elected dogs also tend to last a long time in office, in dog years anyway.
Oh. You know the Japanese trope where the villain is laughing and they hold the back of their hand over their mouth? Like,
Yeah, uh-huh, yep.
That's how I imagined you laugh just now. Also, do you know why they do that, by the way? Why that trope exists?
No, not really.
Because in Japanese culture, it's looked as a like oafish and like I don't know the right words, but it makes you look like you're poor if your mouth is open.
Right. I see what you mean.
I think I'm good to end this mission.
Check your money and... Okay, never mind. Believe you lost money on that job.
I did lose money on that job.
But you're level 14 now.
I should never fix that
Wait,
guy's fucking frame.
You're not level 14. Why aren't you level 14?
Do I have to like accept it?
Go to your job menu.
Whoa, my mouse is being real fucky right now. Choose 2 and 4.
Okay.
For me, please.
This one?
Yes.
And this one.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, the story missions aren't level. Experience is level.
Well, I mean, I thought you would have enough.
You know what? I also didn't do the. I also didn't do the tools on it.
The tools on it. Oh, the inspection.
You know, like the
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't do any of that.
I'm
red again, by the way.
Are you? Well, we can work on that Audi TT down there. Make Shelby's night.
Let me close some apps on my computer.
Okay. While you do that, I'm looking for
Steam,
the list of
Google
dog
Drive.
mayors.
Definitive dog mare list.
Yeah.
Mare dog list.
Bosco, a black Labrador Rottweiler, was mayor of Sonoma, California from 1981 to 1994. 13 years.
That's as old as my dog is right now.
Holy jeepers. Lucy Liu, a border collie, was the first...
No, she's an actor.
Yeah. Was the first female mayor of Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. She served from 2008 to 2016.
This car looks like a Hot Wheel.
This is a track star.
Oh, it looks like I want to put it on an orange little track and like try to launch it across the room.
I can say this curse word because it's about a female dog. Her campaign slogan was, "The bitch you can count on."
Why can't I get into this engine?
Click on it one time? Or do you have to remove that cover? You got to remove that cover.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. Well, they can't model a 1.8T engine. Also, the Audi TT has like 6 possible engines that you can put in it. Jeez. These names. Brenneth Paltrow.
Brennan Paltrow.
Yeah, which is like Paltrow, Pawltro. A pit bull succeeded Lucy Liu as mayor of Rabbit Hash, Kentucky in 2016, beating out a cat and a donkey. What is going on in Rabbit Hash, Kentucky?
They got cool sense of mayors, I guess. Hey, at least they're marrying a jackass, you know what I mean?
Mayor Bryn. Mayor Bryn follows a long line of animal mayors in Rabbit Hash, beginning with a dog called Goofy, who was elected in 1998. A black Labrador called Junior Cochran replaced Goofy, who was replaced by the Border Collie, Lucy Liu. Then we've got Max for Idlewild. Max 2, also known as Maximus Mighty Dog Muller II, took over from another golden retriever, also called Max. Duke, a Great Pyrenees, was first elected mayor of Cormorant Village, Minnesota, 2014. He was re-elected 3 times. Paw Kettle, a bloodhound, was elected mayor of Divide, Colorado in 2014. Jesus. This Divide, Colorado 2014 election. Paw Kettle won his election, beating a donkey, wolf, hedgehog, cat, and many other dogs. It was a narrow victory.
Man, I want to live at that town.
He only beat Kenyi the wolf by 55 votes. Kenyi became Paw Kettle's vice mayor.
Living in that town sounds a lot better than living in any town in Florida.
Yeah, you're telling me. It was announced in 2016 that Paw Kettle would not be running for re-election. Instead, a wolf named Shunka won the election. After 5 months, Shunka passed away, and Vice President Peanut took his place. Piper, a Swiss mountain dog, is currently the mayor of Divide.
I love this town.
It's so... My God, like... The concerns must be just so easy to deal with.
Non-existent?
Yeah. Man,
I want to live there.
God.
I want to see like the hardcore
The fringe personalities.
the Shunka
Shunka stands.
yard signs.
Yeah.
And the people who are like if you do, I will stop talking to my family if you don't vote for
Right.
Lucy Liu for mayor.
That sentence, Lucy Liu for mayor. Oh, not the actress, the dog.
Yeah, obviously.
Ronald
Tara
Reagan,
Clayton.
the actor? Like,
I just want to imagine that all these animals are running and also former President Ronald Reagan. And he's just like, I'm gonna run for mayor. This is like in the throes of his dementia that he got
Right.
while in office.
Yeah. Lucy Liu, tear down this wall.
Lucy Liu, you go fetch that ball.
Mr. Reagan, that's...
I'm gonna make sure that all shelter animals stay in the shelter, and they'll have no hope of ever prospering. And we're gonna make sure that all of the mutt dogs are caught with cocaine in their rectums.
Jesus. He's got it all planned out.
Just like he did to the America
Right.
that we live in.
Frida, a female Chihuahua, was mayor of San Francisco for 1 day in 2014.
1 day,
One day.
Man, she must have fucked up.
Yeah. Her owner, Dean Clark, won the honor when he placed the highest bid at a charity gala for the city's Department of Animal Care and Control. According to KPIX 5, once in power, Frida called for mandatory belly rubs.
That's an abuse of power.
Yeah.
No wonder she was removed from office.
Completely inappropriate. Gus Hall was elected mayor of Coronado, California in 2018. More than 20,000 votes were cast, and Gus Hall secured just over half of them. Coincidence or not, the mayor shares his name with a famous American communist who led the Communist Party and ran for president as leader 4 times.
Fantastic.
Parker, the snow dog, was sworn in as the honorary mayor of Georgetown, Colorado on February 11th, 2019.
Hey, question.
What's up?
If I pull this part off right here, is it going to dump all the oil on the floor?
Nope. That's your gearbox. You're fine.
Okay, cool. What about... Oh, it's the same part.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Let's see here. Wilbur, a 6-month-old French bulldog, was
I was hoping to be a pig.
was elected as mayor of, you guessed it, Rabbit Hash, Kentucky in 2020.
Man, we should change Carpe Boredom to being Kentucky.
Can we register in Kentucky?
I don't see why not. I don't see any cops around. I'll just go into the mayor's office and appeal to them with, like, you know, some bacon in my pocket.
Yeah, some sausage.
Be like, hey, let me make it worth your while. And I put 3 full strips of bacon.
What do we got to do to get these?
Like, you realize this is a bribe, right?
You realize this is a bribe, right? What do I got to do to get these speed bumps out of my neighborhood? Let's see. Logan,
Show me, what was it? What was it that they called it in the Boba Fett show, where when Boba Fett took over as whatever Jabba the Hutt was?
Oh, I have no idea.
And all of the different clans and whatever showed up, and they had to pay Boba Fett money or whatever. What was that act called?
Ragnarok.
No, that's a different guy.
Okay.
I don't know if Quentin's still in here. I would ask him.
Hey, if you do end up playing God of War Ragnarok on stream, I do.
I fully intend to.
I do request that you refer to Kratos as Ragnarok.
Just call Kratos Ragnarok the whole time.
Oh man, did you see when Ragnarok beat that guy?
I don't know if I could stick to that bit. What was it called in the Mandalorian show where when Boba Fett took over and all the different clans and whatever had to come and pay him money? What was that act called? The act of paying Boba Fett money. Tribute.
He says.
I think that was tribute.
I got.
Anyways, I'm gonna go into Lucy Lou's office and pay her tribute,
right.
so I can continue to get away with my tomfoolery and shenanigans.
You should know. Oh, I don't know what that's called, but they're paying him tribute. Okay. You should know the hamlet of Rabbit Hash, Kentucky is not an official town, so it does not elect actual political figures. So its nearly 500 residents elect an animal as mayor for fundraising event for the Historical Society.
Can I just take the starter off here? Do I have to lower it to take the starter off? Then I have to raise it back up to get to the gearbox?
That's how it goes.
Game is stupid.
So yeah, there are nearly 500 residents in Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. So, you know, pretty much what you're used to.
What percentage of that are previous animal mayors?
At this point, it's nearing the double digits.
That's so cool. I want to live there.
Other notable mayors: Stubbs, a cat, was mayor of Talkeetna, Alaska for 20 years.
That's an old ass cat.
Dang. That's a what do you call it? When you're born into royalty.
I don't know.
Not nepotism. Or is that nepotism? Whatever it is.
Nepotism is if you have somebody
like a family
like a
dynasty. He was born into that seat, and he will die in that seat. Yeah, that's one of the things. That's why I like working on rear wheel drives, because you can take the starter off while you're still into the car. Anything transverse mounted is gonna do that with the starter. Man, 20 years.
That's an old ass cat.
Yep. Lincoln, a Nubian goat, is the mayor of Fairhaven, Vermont. He's the town's first mayor and was elected in 2019.
And he is a former president.
Lincoln signed the paperwork to become mayor by dipping his hoof in ink and stomping upon the paper.
Man, Lincoln rules.
The vote was part of a plan to raise money for a school playground. For the 2020 election, Lincoln lost to Murphy. That is spelled Murfee, a 3-year-old Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Murphy is
Man, I wish
Go ahead.
I wish people running for the governor of Florida would be that cool.
Murphy is a certified therapy dog who works in nursing homes, schools, and hospitals. This one, well, Texas is a big state, but I don't know. It's at least in Texas. Clay Henry IV, also a goat.
Oh,
Yeah. Also a goat is the mayor of Lajitas, Texas. He's the 4th generation to hold office.
oh, the bolt's way down at the other end.
This
I'm like, why am I still in the screw menu?
This paragraph starts off strong. Clay, like his forebears, likes to drink beer.
Hell yeah, that cat rules. That's a cat, right?
It's a goat.
That cat also rules.
And then he will eat the can. The family dynasty started back in the 1980s when a man from Houston decided to run for mayor, and an outraged local businessman decided to challenge him with a goat. He lost, but in the next election, Clay Henry I won. Since then, every Clay Henry has been elected. Where in the world is Lajitas, Texas? Oh, I'm typing in the wrong thing.
You sure are. But I could tell when you hit I in Lajitas.
Lajitas maps. And then directions from Houston. At Oaxaca. That is 10 hours and 10 minutes away.
And you're not even halfway through Texas doing that.
It is on the line between Texas and Mexico. Holy... It doesn't get any closer to the line.
I bet I can do it.
Logan, clearly you do not see how close my fingers are pinched. There's like no room between them.
Oh, yeah? Slides between. Explain this then.
Man. God, Texas is a big state. But they've had 4 goat mayors since the 1980s.
That rules.
There
was a
Go ahead.
There was a TikTok of a kid walking up to a point of sale.
All right.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, just insert your chip." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And he pulls out like a Dorito bag, and he holds it up. He's like, "Oh, actually, you need to use a credit." And then he swipes the chip, and then he goes, "Payment accepted." And the cashier's just standing there like, "Ah."
Oh, it's fantastic. In August 2019, Pax the Goat was named first pet mayor of Edgewater, a neighborhood in Chicago. Despite facing some tough competition from 4 dogs and a cat, Pax...
What was the goat's name?
Pax. P-A-X.
Man, I hope Pax is having a good day today.
Yeah. Oof. This they really put some heart into this treatment here. Despite facing some tough competition, Pax the Goat took home the first political pet victory in Edgewater, Chicago. But Pax wasn't always at the top of the race. In fact,
I want to be famous.
oh, Jesus.
And banned. You banned. Idiot. I already am famous. I'm fucking Logan McRoberts, beach.
Pax wasn't always at the top of the race. In fact, as the animals campaigned across the neighborhood, Pax once found himself at the bottom of the barrel. His comeback was a story of triumph. What was that?
What was
you
that?
leveled up.
Oh.
It still surprises me every time I hear it. His comeback was a story of triumph, but Pax remained supportive of his opponents. In his first act as mayor, Pax named each of his competitors as members of his cabinet. And since,
Hell yeah, Pax.
And since taking office, the diplomatic goat has been campaigning to raise money for a flooded dog park, even though his furry friends often annoy him.
Hell yeah, Pax.
Don't have to agree, just gotta get along. Man, it's a great article.
Those are electrical bolts.
Oh, yeah, Sergio says, imagine someone disliking you so much that they don't just oppose your candidacy, but also run a goat against you causing to lose.
That's awesome.
And Shelby goes, I mean, I like animals more than people, so I'm always going to vote for the animal.
Yeah, me too.
You're voting Harambe again, I guess.
Doesn't Harambe have a son?
I don't know. Let's open another browser tab.
Just so we're clear, I never did vote for Harambe
Yeah.
and would actively encourage you to not do that.
Oh, this is going to be a sad article. It's titled, well, it's from people.com, The Gorilla Family Harambe Left Behind.
Oh, no. They should have shot the kid instead.
Yeah. Not going to say that out loud, but I'm also not going to argue with you.
I'll say it out loud. I'll say it again. They should have shot the kid instead. Are you trying to drown me out? You just disconnect from Discord.
Let's see. I don't want to be sad. I just want to know if he has family, which is gonna make me sad. Chewie and Mara were the females paired with Harambe when the Silverback arrived in 2014. I mean, that's just how the ingest servers work.
30 seconds from you saying something to drown me out.
Oh yeah, 'cause she can hear me in the other room, and then she hears it on the stream.
And I'm just like, don't boo me, I'm right.
Asha is one of Harambe's half siblings, born from the same father, Moha, in 2002. Like Harambe.
No, I like 2003 instead.
Yeah. Like Harambe, Asha was born at the Gladys Porter Zoo in Texas. I didn't know that. And then moved to the Cincinnati Zoo as part of the species survival program. In the sitcom version of this stream, it's Logan working on the shop while manager Clay browses the internet, shouting interesting animal facts when the noise from the shop floor dies down. Yeah, just come on. Hey, did you guys know that Harambe was born in Texas?
And meanwhile, you have a customer who you're like just kind of chit chatting with up front, talking about stuff.
Yeah.
And you overhear me from the back say, "Yeah, they should have shot the kid instead." And you're like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 hey, whoa, whoa, whoa!"
And I just slowly close the shop door.
You see me come up to the window, and I just slap a piece of paper where I wrote it on a window. And you're standing in front of it as I slide it around as you're hiding it from the customer.
You start writing it backwards on the glass in grease on your finger.
I wrote "Not Penny's boat" for some reason. I think I put everything back in it.
I
Hope I put everything.
They'll
back
tell
in
you
it.
if you didn't.
You know, let's check one more thing. Ah, no, I put the cover back on it already. Well, I can check it. No, I can't. Okay. It'll tell me in this menu, right?
I mean,
if it's good to go.
When you try to complete it, it'll say like missing this thing. Oh, you got it though. 23 grand.
Whoa.
You made more than for that than you did the story mission. I'm trying to think of what else you can do for XP.
I think I just got to grind out side missions.
Yeah, it's 1,200 points too. That's a long ways. Oh, there's a Range Rover.
Well, there you go. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that one.
All right, we got to the DLC finally.
I can't believe we didn't see that beforehand, because that one's been in the
in
queue probably the whole time. That is a good condition Range. Red stitching.
There's no steering wheel in this car. How am I supposed to drive this car if there's no steering wheel in it?
You have to ask the person on the other side to tell you to do what they've got all the controls.
The pedals are on my side, but the steering wheel.
Yeah, oh boy. Sergio says, "You ever wonder why they canceled Whole Horsepower? Oh yeah, one of the riders went AWOL and had Logan say something about shooting a kid."
Oh, you talking about that Harambe kid? It's like this whole like divisive topic
Oh,
where
yes.
like half of the country agrees with me, the other half of the country agrees it doesn't agree with me.
Right.
And like it literally splits up families and friend groups.
And Logan's like, "There's two kinds of people in this country. People that agree with me and people that are afraid to say they agree with me."
I go on Alex Jones, who agrees with me, and Tucker Carlson, who agrees with me.
Uh-huh.
Tucker Carlson's like, "So you're saying that the extreme left is saying, or the monkey savers are saying that
I don't like that
you
term
don't want
at
to
all.
shoot the kid, but if the kid wasn't shot, then Harambe would be with us today." Did they even stop and think about how illogical it is that if Harambe was with us today, we could see phony monkey videos on the YouTube? I didn't think so.
We'll be
And
right
the whole
back.
time he just got this stupid fucking look on his face.
Yep.
Like he's trying to take a poop.
Oh, this has an air ride system in it. That's neat.
All I'm saying is there's a reason why that side is saying monkey savers. The other side's pro-life.
Not bad. So I've gotten completely lost in this webpage, and I've forgotten what all needs to happen with this truck.
And the parts that are highlighted in blue, I do
Okay.
those.
Is it a lot?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, not really.
Let's take it for a drive before we finish the job.
Oh, for sure. For sure. They'd be like, why does this thing look like you drove it off like a 500-foot ramp? And I just go,
Why Why does it look like you took it off of a 30-foot jump? Because we took it off of a 32-foot jump.
It's like sitcom style where they're like, do I even want to ask?
Right.
And then I look at the camera and shrug like.
And then the laugh track plays. Oh, yes. Excellent. Sergio says, don't forget to use your diagnostic tools.
Oh, yeah. I'll do it at the end.
Free XP. So does Gran Turismo release tomorrow? Or does it come out Friday?
I'm going to blindly say yes without knowing that information beforehand or looking it up before I answer.
March 4th, 2022. That is Friday.
But if we were in Australia right now, it would be tomorrow.
You got me there.
Check and...
Let's see here.
I hate the lift. If I were to make one change to this game, it would just remove the lift from the game.
Okay. Make it like a Jiffy Lube to where it's a trench in the floor that you just walk under.
Now that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. There's so many videos of those, like people pulling in not on angle and just dipping their car into the trench. And I'm just like, how do you do that? Every single car you work on has to pull into the garage bay.
That's funny.
Wow. TechRadar.com gives Gran Turismo 7 a 5 out of 5.
That's 100% in some books.
Their notes 4 are stunning graphics, lightning fast load times. I won't be seeing that on a base model PS4. Breathtaking haptic feedback. Won't be feeling that. Bags of content. Items against. Default HDR settings a bit washed out. I won't be using HDR. License tests might be too strict for some. That's exactly what I want to hear. I want those hard as nails license tests. I love that crap. And Music Rally is underwhelming. That's okay. I'll probably play that just a couple times.
What is Music Rally?
But so far as I can tell, it's a... think of like a curated driving experience to where they give you a car and a track on which to drive it. And as you progress down this track, the music accompaniment changes with your surroundings. So like if you're driving down a mountain, there will be like this kind of energetic part as you're like the high speed straights. And then you've got, you know, like some like intricate musical arrangements for the technical turns. I think that's what it is. I haven't actually seen it, but from the descriptions that I've heard, that's what it sounds like to me. It's like they have created a track for you to drive, and they say use this car because if you use something slower, it doesn't match up. It's like they've timed it out. So it's a neat idea, but again, I don't. That's more driving than racing, and while I think it's cool, I'm here for the racing. Like a Test Drive Unlimited, that's a driving game. That's not a racing game because most of that game is you driving priceless cars and making a time limit, but it's not a like aggressive time limit. The main thing is like, don't run this car into anything. You need to deliver this car in perfect condition because it belongs to somebody else. So it's not just about getting it there super fast. They would rather you make time, but also not damage the car.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed that game a lot because rather than always racing and just being like on like wearing out your nerves trying to do a perfect lap, it's just like I'm just gonna drive this supercar in Hawaii and have a good time doing it.
And none of you can stop me.
That's right. Not you, not Pax, not Clay Henry the Fourth.
Lucy Lou might be able to, but she's got to catch you first.
That's right. Their subheading on this review is the best PlayStation 5 exclusive yet. It's like, well, hopefully it's
There's like 4 of them, so
hopefully it's as good on PS4 because that's all I got.
and honestly, because it is on PS4, it's not a PS5 exclusive.
Right.
I just rubbed my foot on the carpet in a weird way
Okay.
that sounded like a dog barking, and I thought my dog was outside, who I know I let in. Oh wait, hang on. No, that wasn't my foot. He's in the other room and he's sleeping and he's barking.
Nice. Running
He's
for
chasing
mayor.
rabbits. He's running for mayor. He's chasing rabbits.
Right. His competitors. He's running them out of town.
Thought that was my foot that made that noise, but it was, in fact, my dog. I think it's done now. All right, let's run some diagnostics. It'll let me know if the engine will start.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll take it to that ramp.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I'm so excited about is showing Sergio the photo mode and just watching him lose his mind.
You are a big fan of photo modes.
Who, me or Sergio?
You.
I like them. I don't put as much time into them as other people do, but I do like to see the product of people that are better at it than I am.
Every time we play a game that has a photo mode in it, you always get in there and play with it.
I think it's cool. Like I think it's a neat thing to emulate a camera in a medium that doesn't have cameras. Like
I like the God of War photo mode. I don't know if it was released when we played it on stream,
okay.
but in the God of War photo mode, you can actually like change Kratos' expression.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So like you could be fighting like a big monster, but then you can make him have this big grin on his face.
Doing a thumbs up. Finger guns at the camera.
I believe you could also specifically change the pose.
Possibly. That was in Death Stranding as well. That was one of my favorite things to do in Death Stranding.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure if I'm remembering Death Stranding or if it was in God of War as well.
Oh, a Destiny photo mode would be really cool.
Oh yeah, dude! If you can get like all your buddies to like stand in the line on the tower and take like group photos.
Mm-hmm.
I remember every time we actually finished a raid, I'd have everybody like line up and we take photos. I really like the picture we took around the crown.
Oh yeah.
Of Sorrows? Is that what it's called? The Crown of Sorrows?
I feel like that's what it's called. That sounds familiar. I think it would be really cool if they did it like they do the what do they call it? Not tandem, but like cooperative gestures,
the
emotes.
Cooperative poses.
Yeah, to where it's
the
like
emotes.
right. To where you hit a button that says like I'm going into photo mode. Would you like to pose with me? And then you get a little beacon on the ground that says
that would be cool.
I would like to take a photo with you, and then it will pre-pop you into positions, and you can do like you were saying, change the poses. I mean, I guess you could do facial expressions for those that have them. Like an EXO is not going to have a facial expression. No,
They
not.
do facial expressions.
Wait,
It's
which one's
just
the robot?
the EXO, but they have facial
Do they
expressions. They
really?
have like little intricate robot parts that they can actually smile and stuff.
Oh, okay. I guess maybe just the one that I. Mine was just like a plate over my face. And I was like, that's how I want it.
Because I know like robots like Saint 13, they can have expressive faces. The
Mm-hmm.
guy, the one who died that everybody got sad about, I don't remember his name. Cade 6.
Optimus Prime.
Cade 6 had like a really expressive face.
Right. But yeah, if they were to do it, that would be a really cool way. Is to get because like take a picture of yourself. That's you can already do that with the console tools. You put the camera and then take a screenshot. But like an in-engine, like high. Sergio says Saint 14. Excuse you.
Oh, what did I say? Saint something else?
I don't know. But Quentin says yes. Saint will kill you for mistaking him for his little brother.
I must have said the wrong number.
But yeah, like co-op poses, that would be really cool.
We should just like write Bungie and tell them our idea, and they can give us $1 million.
I think that's how it works, right? Just send them an idea and then tell them the PayPal information where they can send the money.
Just tell them to give them the donation link. On
Hey,
our,
do you have
of our
Venmo?
stream. Just give them the donation link.
There you go.
Have them donate to the stream.
Oh yeah, they got that Sony money. Sony money.
I haven't played any of the new expansion yet, but I've been watching this YouTuber.
Okay.
His name is, and I'm saying this because it's funny, but his name is My Name is Bife.
Right. Okay.
And
I've heard people talk about Bife before.
He does like really long lore explanation videos, and he's been going off on all the stories
Uh-huh.
about everything that's been going on, and he's done it forever. He's the one who made that 4.5 hour old lore video that we were talking about forever.
Oh, okay.
And it's not what I want to do. But he's been doing like lore updates about the stuff that's going on in Witch Queen, and dang, it's actually pretty cool.
Going to the park?
Parking is only available for cars I own.
Hit M. And then go to workshop maps. And then maybe it'll let us take it there?
Yes, it will.
Wheels are not aligned. Car may drive in an odd way.
Let's go align the cars then.
All right, then.
Tires. Let's go align the tires. And that is at test path?
Yeah. And this is the part of this room that I never knew existed until you did this last time. No. Well, all right. Listen to that baby purr. Why is it wet?
This is a loud engine.
Why is the console wet?
Oh, I had a Sprite there earlier and the condensation got all
Oh,
over it.
God. Customer's going to be pissed. Maybe they won't notice if we crash this Range Rover.
What we need to do is take it to that simple test path
Uh-huh.
and jostle it so hard that the water, the condensation from my Sprite.
Clever girl.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
This one's all fucked up.
You got it. Oh, right. The freaking. This is the part that I never knew existed.
The headlight alignment.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
To the sample track.
Let's go. It's a me, Mario. It's me, Chris Pratt Mario. Let's go. Yippee.
Oh, boy. Oh, God.
Oh, I did it! Yeah! I did catch a little bit of air, but...
Poof. I knew you were going to do that.
Hold on. How do I free look around the... Right click? Left click?
It's like E or Q or something like that. V, maybe? I'm hitting...
I don't know. I want to look down and see if the condensation got knocked off.
Oh.
What is happening?
I'm hitting the camera button.
Oh.
I guess you can't free look while you're driving. God, it bottoms out hard. Oh, boy. I don't know where we are, but we're sideways.
What's the camera button?
C, Charlie. Oh, we're not
Oh,
sideways.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, that was the smallest loop-to-loop. I kind of want to do the biggest one.
Oh, boy. Can you get to 100? Okay, you're there. Oh, God, you lose. Oh!
Yeah! Yeah! Tonight!
You hear what I just ordered? I'm going to be farting blood over here.
Oh,
Okay.
hey, there's a broad. Hey, dingbat!
Oh. That air ride suspension is completely obliterated.
Anyways, here's your car back.
Purring like a kitten.
That's a fun car to drive.
Yeah. It's a shame they don't let you swap in different engines, but I'm betting someone on the workshop has created a what do they call it? A config. Put a V12 in this thing.
Only made about $1,000 from that one.
Yeah, but it sure was fun. Not a bad way to make $1,000.
No, it was not.
Oh wait, hold on, I gotta say it like Vin Diesel. Not a bad way to make $1,000.
And then I got to do my reply like Carl. Yeah. I want Carl Brunanowski to be in the next Fast and Furious movie, like just like the animated Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Right? Yeah.
Don't make him a real guy.
Don't get Dennis Farina. No wait, not Dennis Farina. Oh shoot, who's the guy on NYPD Blue?
Is he the guy who played the live action Carl in that like one thing they did?
I don't remember. He's just the guy that the only person I can think of that kind of looks like Carl.
Man, when I dressed up as Carl
Dennis
for Halloween,
Dennis Franz.
when I dressed up as Carl for Halloween, I didn't consider the fact that dressing up like a sleazy, nasty, disgusting man would make me look like a sleazy, nasty, disgusting man. And it did a lot more psychological damage on myself than I anticipated.
I took a few steps back there on my mental health. I hope it was worth it.
That's not a joke. That actually happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had some moments where I like I'm certain the same thing will happen if I were to like be a like greasy long-haired sleazebag. I was like, wow, I look like a greasy long-haired sleazebag. I just need to take a few minutes and think about where I've come in my life.
I shaved I shaved my beard off, and then
Uh-huh.
I put on the tank top and the shorts, and I looked in the mirror like, dang, I look just like fucking Carl.
It's like,
Oh
oh no,
fuck,
I look just like
I look
Carl.
just like Carl. And then I walk out, and you're like, oh man, that is a great Carl costume. And I'm like, oh no.
Uh,
Uh, but I certainly leaned into it for the like 2 hours I dressed up like him.
uh, uh, I don't want to malign this gentleman, but he presents himself as such. But speaking of long-haired, greasy sleazebags, do you know who freaking Kat Dennings is married to?
She's married to Howard the Duck.
The
If the
Thor
Marvel
killer? Yeah.
What If show is to be believed.
Oh, I see. Kat Dennings is married to Andrew WK.
Really?
I'm like nearly certain I've got that correct. Yeah.
I never would have guessed that combination in a million years.
Kat Dennings and Drew WK. Yeah, okay. That's okay. Yes, I was remembering that correctly. Kat
Wow,
Dennings.
I never would have put that together
Uh-huh.
ever. I cannot. I mean, I don't know anything about Kat Dennings outside of the 2 episodes of that stupid show she was in where she was
Two Broke Girls? Is that it?
the waitress show where she was at a cafe or whatever.
I always get that one
And-
mixed up with what is it? Two guys, a girl, and a pizza place.
And her character from Marvel, I don't really know anything about Kat Dennings, and I don't know anything about Andrew WK, except for he has this like online or like this persona of a character who's like super into partying. But
Right. That's the thing. Sergio says he is not a sleazebag in any way. By all reports, he's a genuinely. That's why I say I don't want to malign him at all. It is purely his like white, like dirty jeans and dirty t-shirt, unwashed hair,
bloody nose,
exactly.
at a party.
His presentation is all that made me think of him.
Like there's the picture I think of when I think of Andrew WK is that album
the album cover, yep.
where it's just him with like a bloody nose.
Where I believe someone told me he legitimately was punched in the nose for that shot. That is
like he got punched to take that picture.
right. That might be a little bit of makeup, but that is a damaged Andrew WK on that cover.
Boy.
So the man will take his lumps for a good pick.
I like his music.
He's yeah, I got no problem with him. Seems like a good guy.
Whenever if I'm ever listening to like a radio station that has similar music and his songs come up, I go, I don't skip it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't usually go out of my way to listen to it, but if it comes up on a radio station, I will let it ride.
One thing I did not realize, so I was looking at him because I considered dressing up as him for Halloween. His teeth are perfect.
Are they veneers?
I have no idea, but Andrew WK
Usually-
has perfect teeth.
Usually when like people have like perfect teeth like that, they're usually veneers.
Yeah. Also, just an adorable smile. Just absolutely like a cherub.
A real like heart warmer.
Oh my God, yeah. He's smiling with his eyes.
You look at him, and you're like, oh man, that guy, he's happy in this
I mean, how
picture.
could you not be? He's Andrew WK. He's living a life.
That's certainly a good point.
All right. Well, let's go have a good life. Let's get out of here. It is past 10:30 my time.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go to sleep and wait for another day to pass when I'm closer to playing Gran Turismo 7.
I won't have it connected, but
Okay.
the dish and
Oh,
the
right.
router should be at my house tomorrow during stream.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who is going to help me install it will be coming on Friday after I get home from work.
I can't wait
And I won't be.
for one of the guys to be on your roof installing it when the other guy shows up and you have the most awkward conversation in your life.
I'm not putting it on my roof, or maybe I will. I don't know. I'll see what he says. He
Oh, I
might
thought
be like,
I figured they just went on the roof.
because I have a pergola out in my backyard.
Is that a
And
flower?
there's say what?
Is that a flower?
No, it's like a wooden structure with like lattice sides that has plants growing up the side of it.
Is that anything akin to a gazebo?
It's like a long gazebo, I guess.
Gotcha.
Actually, it's you know what? It's always been called a pergola. In fact, I helped build it,
Okay.
but I don't know what the definition of pergola is. Oh yeah, Google pergola,
Okay.
and like the first image result is almost exactly what it is. So it is
PERGULA? Or
Gola.
Gola. Okay.
None of these have like lattice sides on them, but
Okay.
I guess that's like a side thing. But
Right.
like it's the top part
Gotcha.
has like mesh and like a bunch of vines are up in there.
Yep.
But one of the corners of the pergola is like perfect clear view of the sky. And there's an app you can download for Starlink, and it like says point it at the sky and see if there's any obstructions, and there's nothing.
Great. That's cool.
But if this guy who's coming over is going to be like, let's put it on the roof instead, I will let him decide because he knows better than me.
Yeah.
Pretty much anybody knows better than me. I'm telling you that right now. But
if Andrew WK showed up, he would know better where to put this thing on.
If Andrew WK and just did a concert for me while this guy was hooking up my internet, that would just be the best day.
That'd just be the great.
Andrew WK, I know you're watching. You and Kat are welcome at my house anytime.
Right. Just please give me your dental health tips.
Or tell me you're veneer guy.
Or frankly, some exercise tips. He's got some nice arms too. I'm just thinking about Andrew WK. I'm gonna have a great night.
Andrew, I don't even know what he looks like off the top of my head. Just that bloody nose picture.
Just
Andrew WK.
Average, pretty in shape white dude.
He's
long
not
hair.
a bad looking guy. He's not a bad looking guy.
Yeah, you can tell he intentionally like gives off that energy, that the dirty t-shirt kind of thing. But were he to put on a suit and style his hair, he would
real sharp,
freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, dirty pants, t-shirt, white t-shirt. I don't know. I feel like from the little I know about Andrew WK, I feel like if we were friends, I would have like no issue palling around with him.
Oh yeah. It's like, hey, Andrew, get in the car. We're going to Lajitas, Texas. We're going to go see a goat mayor. He's like, that sounds like a great Sunday afternoon.
Hey, Andrew, I know it's 2:00 in the morning, but we're about to go down to Waffle House and get some waffles. And he'd be like, hell yeah.
I'm on my way.
I'm already outside my house. Come pick me up.
I'm running down the street putting my shoes on at the same time.
And I have my phone on speaker, annoying everyone around me, just doing that party, party, party. We're going to have a party song.
That's right. Fantastic. He was in an episode of Aqua Teen, right?
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's the song I was referencing from that episode.
Gotcha. All right.
The one where Frylock had cancer and then Andrew WK just came over and started singing that party, party, party.
I forgot about the subplot.
Frylock wanted nothing to do with it. He just wanted to go have his cancer and everybody to leave him alone. But Andrew WK came over and was trying to have parties with him.
He's just trying to improve your day, Fryman. All right. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is myself Thursday.
playing Pokemon Legends Arceus.
And that'll be with you and Shelby, correct?
Correcto.
At 9:30 Eastern. Cool.
Also correcto.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Why don't you do the honors since you've been driving?
Hey, did you know this? If you went to twitter.com and then looked up Carpe Boredom, you can see tweets that go out every day of the week that tells you what we're going to be playing that afternoon. There's also a YouTube channel you can go. If you just go to the search bar at the top of YouTube, type in Carpe Boredom, it'll take you to 2 YouTube channels. One for our old edited videos and another one for our live VODs. You should start seeing that start populating with stuff as I'm going through and getting them spruced up, getting that copyrighted music scrubbed out of there.
Very nice.
Getting them uploaded. We also have some behind the scenes features on the Instagram. If you want to go check that out, you can see a great video of Clayton hitting me in the face with his hair as I shake my mustache into the wind.
Oh yeah. Sergio posted a picture of me at the wedding when my hair was way shorter than it is right now, and I was like, oh man, I forgot when my hair was not this long.
I wish there were pictures existed when you had the hair that you had when we went to that bounce house.
The bounce house, yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember you walking up and Sergio's going, Clayton, what is up with your hair? And you're like, what? What? It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. But if you need links to any of that stuff, go to our website, carpeboredom.com, and where they go check out the store where we sell the softest shirt we've ever sold. And we also have our podcast up there. 2 podcasts on one feed. One is our regular monthly Carpe Boredom podcast where we just talk about life. The other one is Help Me Understand, which is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure watch-along podcast featuring Brandon and Clayton.
Mm-hmm.
As Clayton watches JoJo Bizarre Adventure for the first time and talks about it with Brandon as Brandon helps him understand.
You got it.
other than that, that'll be it. We'll be back tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. for some Pokemon Legends Arceus, and I hope everybody has a great night.
Good night.